Hello, guys. I'm just going to be flipping through stocks here like I do every night, and I thought maybe I'd just so you guys can kind of see what I do. Might not talk much. Maybe. I don't know. It's not going to be like a class. Occasional. I got a watch list on the right side there of, prospect opportunity. And it's broken down into different sections. Do like, yeah, there we go. So I have in play. On deck means like today it's going to break out. Watching closely could break out today, or it's something that's forming a beautiful setup. Might not be, could be in the next few days. Running, which is like, man, it got away from me. But I need to watch it, and I need to continue to see it when it's going to stop running. Possibly, sometimes you can get in if it has one pullback day. IPOs that are worthwhile. Sold recently. Short ideas. I don't know why Meta's not in there, but I had Meta, but I'm out of Meta now. But I still am in CBRL. Prospects, that's sort of like what's left. Prospects, depending on the times, can be huge. Prospects are just things I don't want to fall off the radar. I mean, they had really good fundamentals, or they've got a really good setup, something like that. Then I just blow through the list every night and reorganize everything. Then I go through opportunities and add them to the list where they should be added. And then I set alerts with the lines tools. I do analysis, so as you can see, I moved UCO, which is crude oil, to closely. And same thing with USO. I got out of oil today. I already set my breakout level there. Let's go. I exited BLTE today completely. Not sure why I did that, but it was at 55% gain, so good enough. The entry was down here. How's it going, Troy? So it's pretty fucking goddamn good. How did I know to get in there? So this isn't a stock class, but it's the interest died down. Got really, really flat in volume. So it means no one's interested in selling anymore. The waves got tight, super tight. Like that. That I think it was 1590 right here. Got this whole move. Sold today, 55%. A million things, Alessandro. Like there's just so many different strategies and setups. So come to class Thursday night. And maybe I'll go over this one. Or actually, this one it's IPOs. This was an IPO, and you can. There's a whole IPO section Special, how to trade IPOs. All right, so anyway, that one's still in play, even though I got out. But I certainly will not get back in when it's like that, when it's just so vertical. So I'm going to put that in running. I got 55%. I'm fine. Very happy with that. Okay, other IPOs that I've got on radar, NVCT, and you guys can let me know if there's any other IPOs that I should check out. Thinkorswim, 2017 of what? NVCT. See, when these things IPO, well, they're starting to turn educational, but they go through that. They can go through that U pattern. Your flat top breakout, boom, at $10.50, and in just 3 days, you'd have 100% gains. IPOs are beautiful for that, but you gotta know how to trade them. You don't want to be in, you don't want to be in the first part there. You want to wait for that full-on breakout. There's some little cheat areas you can get in, but not on that. It didn't come up on that one, but it will be coming up again. Anything that can pop like that can do it again. So I am watching this one for that reason. And it could take a while, so that's on my radar. Yeah, that's right. But there's my own group now. You can come on over to that. All right, so BLCO. See, there's really nothing to even mark up on that one yet. It will have to get through this trend line. As well as this trend line. As well as this trend line. So it's got a lot of work to do. I would definitely want to be alerted when it breaks this trend line, so I'll put an alert on that. Okay, when you see this one usually turns out to be a symmetrical pattern. It'll be something like this. You wouldn't know this except from experience. It will look something like this. This is what I'm looking for on this one. I guess you could call it the butt crack pattern. I don't know. I just made that up. Look at that. It's what you're looking for. You don't want to get in the butt crack. El Puno, let me get through all my stocks. I will get to Nvidia. That's on my list. Your dad bought 100 of Boeing at 134 last week and 100 more yesterday at 115. Oops. Never average down, Alessandro. And probably, I don't know what number it is, but rule number 3, maybe somewhere around there, like super high rated rule. Never, ever hold a stock unless it's profitable. So if you're at a loss, get out. You got to preserve your capital. Never, ever hold a stock at a loss. Only at a gain. If it's at a gain, you can continue to hold it. If it goes at a loss, get out. Never hold a stock at a loss. Okay, I'll get back to that, Alessandro. So on this, I'd be looking for some kind of a. Sure. That, oh, by the way, where I had that stop just now that you just saw, where I had that alert, was because I was in the position. When I get in a position, I'll move my alert from the get in breakout alert line, then I'll move it down to where I want to be alerted if it breaks down. So that's what happened today, and got out the minute it broke that line. That's why it was down there, because it was the previous day's low. See, now I want to know if it can break that high. Let's see. Let's go through some more IPOs and fill up that IPO list a little bit. A little bit anemic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 IPOs there. The one thing you do not want to do is miss an IPO breakout opportunity. Yes, it is free to use Thinkorswim. All right, so now IPO pipeline, IPO calendar. Pipeline, IPOs recently, no. Last 100 IPOs, that could work. The last, oh, dude, don't pass on IPOs. We're not talking about getting in on the IPO date. We're talking about getting in a couple months later when there's this particular signal. You just missed it, man. Like I was just showing how on this one you would have got in at 980 and you would have been able to sell at 100% profit in 4 days. Can't talk sense into some people. All right, so there's PEV. We don't know what's going to be going on with that, so I add it to the list. Top. You guys been telling me all about that. So that's one of those butt crack ones. Let's call it the butt crack pattern. So it's going to do something like I wish I could create curves in this. It doesn't. It's going to come back down. So I merely need to watch it every day. So every day I'll just look at it, you see. That's what you do. Just keep a list. This is showing up as an IPO, but it was a split. It was treated as an IPO. You would have got in on this rebreakout right here at $4, and it did go to $8, 100% gain in 1 day. 100% gain in 1 day. Pretty damn good. You're welcome, buddy. John.com. How am I feeling about the Fed tomorrow? 0.5 basis points, my friends. I believe we're starting to see some positive indications from inflation. And I believe that this Fed is looking for any excuse to be not aggressive. That's just the way they are. So I believe 0.5, 0.75 is fine. 1 is fine. Whatever it is whatever it is. What am I going to do? Like pick up the phone and call the president? and that won't even work. So it really doesn't matter to me. But whatever it is, we're going to make money off of it either way. So anyway, that's Mix, and I don't know if it's going to move again, but I'll keep it on my radar and put. How do you watch all the great opportunities? Like this. Go through them at night. You set up your alerts. You understand what kind of setups you're looking for. Get it all ready to go. Every night, and you'll be able to be on top of every opportunity. So this is somewhat setting up, you see. Selling volume is tiring out. It's, dissipating. And I will merely need to watch it. Put an alert if it happens to get past this level here. I don't know, Richard. I really don't. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. I think that there could be a 50%, market correction in total. And this is all said and done. But tomorrow, we'll see. That could be, kick off a rally. You guys know why you keep trying to ask about predicting the future? Because you don't know how to fucking trade. If you know how to take some risk, have some balls, get in a position, see a setup so that it possibly could have some reward versus your risk, and then manage that trade instead of being a diamond hand idiot, then you wouldn't be asking about prophecies and checking crystal balls. All right? Learn to trade. Stop asking where things are going and get in shit when it's happening, and then make the right moves from there. That's how you trade. Experience will show you patterns such that you can have predictions, but you still need to trade it. Sorry, I had to use this live to like demean people, but I'm trying. You obviously can feel that I'm trying to make you get on the right path. So I'm not, that's not what I'm doing. It's not for my own ego. I could care less. I'm here to help. Okay. Hey, Dundrell. Death cross on the pattern. Be careful. Death cross is when the 50 crosses through the 200. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Let's blast through these a little faster. Progress. I mean, these things are like $1. I'm even going to take that last one off. They need to be substantial still, substantially priced. PFHC, I just made a lot of money off of that one. Got in, I believe, right here at the 1840. It went to 2360, and I got out over the last few days. Definitely was out for all that. I've already got something set up there on that one. See, I even says sold recently. It's in my packet. It's in my area there called sold recently. in the moment, in the heat of the moment, if I don't know why the hell I had something, I just move it to sold recently. Now this one's really messed up. I wouldn't add that. How is that up twice? We just were looking at that. Okay. Now it's not late here. I'll take a quick look at a Boeing for you, Alessandro. Here, yeah, you are. Okay. You need to tell your dad to, stop messing around. His break even is 124.50 a share. He should take the opportunity to get all of his money back. It's going down. Yeah. Bear market, man. I'm worried about him. Remember that one rule I just said, Alessandro? Tell it to your dad. You may make excuses, but they're excuses to be lazy. So excuses are excuses to be lazy. That's all they are. So the rule is only hold a position overnight or for an extended period of time, days, weeks, months, whatever, if it's profitable. Only hold profitable positions. Period. That's it. Ost. ELTE. The one that I got 55% on. Well, it was more than that. 89%. So I got in at 1584. I remember that. And got out today at like 2850. So 2850 divided by 1584. Yeah, 80% gains in 1, 2, 3, 4 days. It's like rinse and repeat. These IPO opportunities are fantastic trades. These are IPOs, Blooney. IPOs. So you can look. I find them on IPO Scoop. There's many places where you can find them. No, not Baba Boonie. Baba Boonie. No, I'm kidding. Baba. Because of the regulatory cloud lifting and over Chinese stocks, these Chinese stocks possibly could go up from here. See how it's getting longer and longer, more days, because I'm going through the older and older IPOs. Shopify is a great short. Dead in the water for sure. IMPP's dead. Don't hold negative positions. Don't ever hold negative positions. EXO, I will check that out, Diego. Oh, by the way, back there on that one, like, what was that, HTCR? So why didn't I add that one? Well, because it's not doing anything good at all. It was for a moment there, had an opportunity, but then it broke pivot, and then really broke down. And now it's going to do this shit. Yeah, no thanks. So that's just a total mess. I can see those really fast, that they're not worth our time. Sky X. EXO. EXO, no. And I can tell you why. It would have been an entry as a penny stock trade, not really for an IPO move. Or I don't know why you told me to look at this. Because I had this pop, but the problem was it closed here. That's bearish. Didn't even make it up 50% of the candle to close up to the top of the candle. And that's why it turned red the next day. So it's just getting worse and worse. Go on EXO. ACLX looks interesting. I think I might already have this on my list. No, I don't. It's gone up 257% in about 3 weeks. 250% in 3 weeks. Wow. So that gets on my list. But I needed to start to chill out, calm down, and form a tight, explosive entry area. And that's just, I don't see that right now. But I'll keep watching it. NVCT, we already went through that. SSIC. CRDO. That's a mess, you see. TKLF. But if you go back to CRDO, you can see that on day 4 would have been an incredible entry. This would have been the whole trade right here, if I can just illuminate it for you. That's the whole trade right there. You would have gotten the IPOU breakout right there at 1250. This day could have knocked you out. You might have been able to hold on. If you did get knocked out, you'd have been back in at 1338. So, but 1250 all the way up to 1640, or probably a total exit at 15. So we'll call that 1580. That's 26% in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in about 11 days, 12 days, 26% in 12 days. Alessandro says he's looking to get into Lucid or Neo because they're expected to deliver cars in 2023. What's your insight on EVs? Not now, man. We're in a global recession, bear market across all economies. Chill the fuck out. You're going to just have to learn how to trade right now so that you can grab a couple of 1, 2, 3 day rallies and just continue to make money in the meantime. Just little compounding gains. Yeah, I think, EVs are great and all, but that could be like a 10 or a 20-year play, That's like retirement money. That's not for active portfolio. Still going through these IPOs. Make sure I got everyone here that's worthwhile. We added too many. Because by this point along, it's matured so much that you can see that it's no longer has any kind of a prospect or prospective pattern to it. At this point, I'm not adding very many. Boy, that's sloppy. But it's got a bullish double bottom pattern. Part of something. Today could have been a cheat entry on that. See, look at this one. Sometimes these present themselves where you can just be waiting for trend line break. Doesn't necessarily mean that's an entry. What will happen once there's trend line break is for about a month, it'll, according to the way this is looking, for about a month, it will possibly reverse off the bottom and do this kind of a thing. Now you enter right there. And then it starts coming up the right side of the bowl. And you entered there. It's much better. Yeah, those are lottos, Alessandro. They're lottery tickets. I'm not gonna like average down on them, but I am gonna add. I bought a couple today. I'll buy a couple tomorrow if they're still cheap. If the market hasn't already, run up a little bit. But while they were really cheap, seemed like a decent opportunity in case this market runs. I think I got more than the June 21. Is that what I got? June 21? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Just trade stocks, quick profits, compound your gains. How should you trade? Godzilla. Click the link in my bio and private message me through my Discord. Or the link in my bio, I think it's yeah, no, that's right. It'll take you to the group or private message me. Okay, let's get back on track here. IoT, fine. You put an alert on there, and that's it. I mean, it's like now I'm monitoring the whole stock market, everything that's worthwhile that's setting up. Well, these things start to come on your radar when they start setting up because you have pre-screeners already. What do they call that? ASMR. Sea-Doo. Ashi. New and new. Okay, we just went through the 50 most recent IPOs. I'll do the other 50 later tonight, so I can get the top 100. But that gets a lot of opportunities up in the IPO category there. Look, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, all right, good. Now I move off to what I sold recently, which was HGTXU. This is one where I got it here. On this tightening wedge. All-time high breakout with excellent risk reward because this was the day I got in. And entry was somewhere around there. Able to get a lot of shares, and then I exited somewhere around here. Or, in case you're wondering, about 13% gain. Okay, this is one I'm short, Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel. Got into that the day before yesterday. It was basically here yesterday as it broke this pivot. Looked like it was going to break that pivot. I got in slightly before that. Continuing to go down the list. These are more short opportunities. IPAR, WDFC, just because it's in such a strong downtrend. That's a WD-40 company. I don't understand this trade. This is a public storage, which was on fire because of the pandemic, just on a run. And now we've got recessionary concerns and people aren't going to be storing their stuff. I don't get that. I would think that's something that's going to benefit from sizing down. People are going to have to get smaller places, sell off their stuff or put their stuff in storage. Maybe it's because they're selling off their stuff. Maybe they're like, wow, we hit a critical point here. We just got to liquidate stuff, enough paying for storage. I don't know what the thesis is there, but yeah. But anyway, it's short. I just got out of this GSL short today, global shipping, but this definitely could keep going. Okay, now we're down to prospects. ExxonMobil. Okay, I've got that already set up. Okay, see, I've got these alert lines already there. Hang. NFE. Got in today and then got out like when it didn't follow through. Because remember what I said? Only hold profitable positions. Somebody says, "Oh, what's your overall view on the S&P for the rest of the week?" Again, let's just see and trade it. All right, we don't need to make any kind of predictions. I don't mind making predictions, but you know, just to hear somebody else 0.75 tomorrow, who knows? It'll be 0.5, 0.75, or 1. Let's see what it does in the market, and let's trade what happens. HAL. If you only have 1,000 to invest, that's not enough to make money with. Like you could literally make more money just selling lemonade, like at a park. $1,000 not enough to get a return out of. So what you should do is you should save that money, keep saving it, and then practice trading and learn about trading for 3 months to 6 months. So click the link in my bio or send me a private message if you want to learn more about trading and how not to lose money. There's Nvidia. Who asked about Nvidia? I forget, but here we are. So Nvidia is a super short right now. I mean, it's just like bearish. The reason why you like Nvidia or Tesla or these stocks is because they're called high growth stocks. But right now, high growth stocks are off the table. When you're in a bear market, the high growth stocks are the first things to plummet, and they're the strongest plummeters. The market doesn't correct for toilet paper. It corrects for people being fucking idiots and buying up things to extraordinary astronomical levels. That's what goes first. So Nvidia, Tesla, Peloton, Square, PayPal, etc. Toilet paper doesn't correct. Coca-Cola doesn't correct. Pepsi doesn't correct. Fucking rocket companies correct. Quantum computer chips. That's what corrects. How do you join the Discord? Just click the link there in my profile. Okay, good. Yeah, just send me a private message. Okay, let's keep going through these. Nvidia is going to have to get over these pivots to become interesting at all. It's almost to the point where I got to take it off the radar. Basically is. It's become a short. Tesla, same boat. Same boat, AMD. And the thing is with AMD, with most of these stocks, is even when they come up and break this pivot, they need to create more of these waves, and they need to become healthy, and that's going to take time. So we're like a month or 2 months away at best in a perfect scenario for growth stocks to really set up a nice tight entry. We were Zen Muse SFX. I don't know, man. Send me a message, a private message. When do you put all your money into the Vanguard index? When the Fed stops raising rates, and when the rate that the Fed have made are higher than inflation. So right now, the Fed rate is, I forget, I haven't looked it up. I think it's 3.25% or 2.75%. Maybe one of you knows the exact number, or even 3.75%. It's somewhere around there. Inflation is 8.3%. So inflation needs to start coming down. Rates need to come up. And then once it's on top of inflation, start looking for the market to bottom. This one, Ken, is like time to take it off the radar. Apple. So Apple's in stage 4. That's that I'm seeing now. That's not a good place to be. No, I haven't looked at Microsoft yet. Are the Fed rates actually taking money back out that they added in? No, that's not what the Fed rates are doing, Derek. But the Fed is also doing that. So all the money that they use to buy up assets in the bond market, they're now selling it back. And so everything you saw in the stock market, it's gonna in some respects reverse. And then of course they did the money printing, and then now they're doing the rate hikes. But we're going into a recession, and we have politicians who want to tell you how economics work, and they don't understand economics. And if we're going into a recession, we can't be giving out stimulus checks to help people. That's how we turn into Venezuela. That's how you turn your money, a dollar bill, into $1 million, and it can only buy you an apple. Is during high inflation and during recession, you start to give people free money and put the country into such extreme debt that you've tilt the scales so much. But maybe that's what they want to do. Maybe they want Venezuela. I don't know. So see, this one's at the beginning of starting to set up nicely. It could, in 2 months ROCC or a month, it might nicely. So I'm gonna keep that, in view, checking it out every day. Callum Petroleum just not doing its thing. Well, that is pretty good. So, this is why I continue to look at it. Keep it on the radar. Oh, I want me to look at Microsoft first. This one has just been on fire, 65% in just a couple of weeks, coming out of a beautiful base. Not letting up right now to give an entry. Keep watching it. Microsoft's in the exact same boat as Apple. Titan International, TWE, just keeps going. Yeah, I do know how I-bonds work, Derek. So you go to I forget what it's called, treasurydirect.gov. It's a real thing. Like it's in some weird internet scam or something. It's treasurydirect.gov. That's the government. That's the United States of America Treasury bond marketplace. Treasurydirect.gov. So you used to be able to go into your bank and buy I-bonds. There's a little beautiful pieces of paper. Those are treasury bonds. There were those little savings bonds. So those are now all electronic. You can get them sent to you if you want for an extra fee, but they're all electronic. And so you go in, you create an account at treasurydirect.gov. You link your account with ACH transfer, your bank account, and then you can buy up to $10,000 worth of I bonds per calendar year, an additional $5,000 from the tax return from your taxes. It's something you can indicate on your tax return, and that's per person. So if you're married, there's more. Also for entities, so if corporations, if you have any, each of those, they can do 10,000. And right now they're giving almost 10% paid out twice per year. Not 10% per year yield paid out in 2 payments per year, and that's a variable rate, and it lasts. I think 30 years. Might be 40. I think it's 30 years. Could be even 20, but I think it's 30 years, and you can cash them back at any time. If you do cash them back at any point within the first, I think, 2 years, you get back all your money. But you do forfeit 3 months of the interest payments that they were going to give you. But you do get back all your money. So you get total preservation of your capital. So it's a good inflationary protection. Yeah, this is TWE. It's almost a channel trade. Never really gave a proper entrance. Well, yes, it did. Why was that marked down there? That's strange. No, it still didn't quite make a proper entrance. Very hard to get in. Really volatile, but certainly an excellent run that it's on right now. That, in case it settles down. So we had the Hnrg breakout recently at 540, which was alerted, and it went as high as 680 for a 26% gain. So that's generally not a good sign for more than 50% retracement to occur. So Black Sky Technology, interesting and in play, and I'll keep it on my list. Got it. So SQM broke today, my alert, but it showed at the beginning of the day when it broke that alert that by the end of the day, the volume projection was low, and so I did not get in. And I was correct; it pulled back. Yeah, I TikTok every day. Hello. Yeah, Google bearish, just like Microsoft and Nvidia and Apple and Tesla. Trade there. Okay, one. Yeah. I'm getting excited because I'm almost to the bottom of my list, and then I can start to bring up some screeners and start to look at some fresh stocks. No, now's not a good time to buy stocks. But it's always a good time to trade stocks. Okay, great. So now I've been through everything here. I can look at some potentials. Let me see. There's TWE at the top of the list. And FedEx, CF. Yeah, I know. CF. Stage 4. Stage 3. Got a stage 3 clinger. GPI, CHRW. OLPX, SIGA. See, back on this OLPX, they are starting to get a bottoming. LSCC, NGVC. If this has any hope at all, you probably can't see this because it doesn't exist. So you have to use your imagination. I'll draw it. But if this has any hope at all, it needs to do this. So you kind of like got to understand where we are in the cycle. That's October. What else was I going to say about that was I don't know, but I'm going to put alert on. Me too. For some reason, I put a ring on it. I don't even remember what you're referring to at this point. MATX, MOV. Movado. Oh, Stage 3 Klinger, yeah. III and M Power and AMPA. This looks pretty healthy. See, I just saw this, and this might not look like much to you, but just the way it's trading, yeah, it's going down, but this is very healthy look to it. So I just looked to see, is this a good one? And yeah, look at that. So it has the potential to be fantastic, as you can see. So it's something to keep on watch. It's the long and short of it. Empower, amp. Is an absolutely perfect setup right here after the fact. At now. Not because of the reaction, but this right here is exactly what you want to see. That right there is highly actionable. So you want to find those before they happen. That's what we're doing now. And then sure enough, boom, skyrockets out. Usually you can sell at the end of that first run. And that's it, and you pocket your gains. So it goes from 69 to 79, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, like 2.5 weeks. Call it 12 trading days. 79 divided by 69 is 14.5%. 12 trading days is 1.1% per day. So that's golden. So it has done it before. So this is one to watch. You see. Hnrg B, JUN. Already did Nvidia. Yeah. Again, I was looking to see if this one had some runs because this looked very healthy also. And this is the bottom of the bowl now. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is the bottom of the bowl. It's right there, you see? Let's see if this has a tool where I can show that, like an arc tool. Yeah, there's a curve tool. What's with... Okay. Curve tool. Cool. That tool is cool. But can I change the arc angle? Arc angle. Arc angle. Can I change the... I need to check. I need like a spline curve. This is ridiculous. So I'll just have to draw two curves. Now you can see it, huh? Probably couldn't see that. You have to look for these. And how do I know that that's the bottom of the bowl? What do you know? That. Because for the first time, pivots have broken upward. Had been like this. And then, boom. All lower. And now finally, we broke to the upside. So I'd be looking for my first entry here, possible, or much later in the bowl. And you can start with a small position there. If you don't mind tying up your money for a little while, you can always take it back. I give entry signals, only entry signals, because everybody's got a different reason to exit. But you can take my classes and stuff to learn about the 1,000 different things, different skills you can use to exit. You can always ask at any time. So anyway, yeah, this one looks really, really good. I love it. Arc B. I'm betting that it's got decent fundamentals. Let's see. Yeah, 61% growth, 45% growth, accelerating growth, high double digit percent growth in revs. And the last quarter's EPS was 209% growth, 170%, triple digit percentage growth in earnings. And their margins are going up by 45%. They're increasing their margins. So things are working really, really well for this company right now. From a like NASCAR engine metrics point of view, this is something you want to put in the race. You want to back this horse. Daily and intraday. All right. So anyway, put that on the radar. See Hnrg B. Next, GDEN and RCMT. We already know about RCMT. GDEN, Golden Entertainment. Anybody? This was a really easy one. Can anybody tell me what stage Golden Entertainment is in? I think Dondrell is going to be the first one to answer. Troy, got it. Correct. Stage 3. Perfect stage 3. I mean, it's perfectly defined. All the right action. Fake outs on the top. These undercuts on the bottom. Largest exit right there. It's, all these institutional buyers getting out over the course of many, many quarters. What is it, Luna? What? We'll be right back, guys. I'm going to open the door for the dog because I don't know, acting like she wants to go outside. What? What is it, buddy? Okay, bye-bye. Oh, you've been away for a while, Troy, have you? Oh, okay. Have you back? Distribution, correct. So this is a candidate to short, it's just when will it happen? And let's take a look at the fundamentals. I'm curious. Yeah, we have decreasing revenues over the last 4 quarters. The profitability's been in and out of profitability. You can see that here actually. Green, 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 red. They had their first miss right there. Green. And as is the case, price precedes earnings when it's the end of the trade, when it's the end of the cycle on the business. Price precedes earnings. When it's the beginning of the cycle of the business, earnings precedes price. All right, next. RCMT and then JWN, Nordstrom's. Now, we've been looking for an entry on this, but I think it's going to need to settle down for a while. Yeah, I've got the alert on that anyway. JWN. Yeah, that's just a mess. That's very bearish distribution, really. That's a stage 3, but bearish. It doesn't always have to be isometric at the top like that. TGH. Can you see that now? You know what I'm saying? What am I talking about? What can you identify here? Troy seems to be on top of these. What do you notice? A lot of red. The end of the run. That's pretty clear stage 3. So it's pretty over on TGH, and you can short it, but you'd want to short it from that point, ideally. So this goes on my short list. So you can't get that from a screener. This is just like everything, and then we got green up here. Every single one's different though. CLG. Triple top, yes. Okay, but he's talking about something else. CVLG. Oh, using some of your imagination, do you see what I see? What do you see? Head and shoulders, yes, but that doesn't always have to end up in that way. All right, here I'll draw it out. Look at how it like makes it move. That's okay. There is typically symmetry like that. But that is an inverse head and shoulders forming there at the bottom. So that may be what's coming on that. Keep that on watch. But yes, there was definitely, you got to watch out. There was definitely a large head and shoulders. Zim. That is a stage 2, a stage 3 beginning pattern there. Where that goes from there. But it looks like the top may be in for a while on Zim. NTR, the fertilizer company we traded a couple months ago, seems to be now in a downtrend. We're going to talk more about this on Thursday night's class, but I will show you this. Fast down, up, fast down, fast down. That's a downtrend. Those are pullbacks. Those upward moves are pullbacks. Whatever's slow is the pullback. A lot of the market's in a downtrend, yes, but not everything. Like here, look at oil. There's still long opportunities if you know where to look. Let's find some things that are still in an uptrend. And what I want to try to find is, what's setting up that's in a strong uptrend. Like this one. Oh, I got an alert on that. flexing his bark. No, PayPal and Square are not done dropping yet. Not until rates can get above inflation. Yeah, you don't need to bark, buddy. AITX, Alessandro, are you still here? Okay, AITX. We'll look at some other better prospects. Yeah, yikes, no. Whatever group told you about that one, end it. SDAE. What did we just look at? Was right? AHR. How could that be? That's crazy. METC. This is not looking very healthy. Popping. Okay, Devon could set up again, but I already have an alert on it. It's in there. EGY. Well, Apple hold? No. It'll be at 120 probably by the end of the summer. Maybe. So as you can see on EGY, our entry at 680. Oh, we already talked about that. All right. But anyway, that one's, staying on the list. EPSS. This was hot for a minute. It has since gone out of style. M. Favorite time frame for day trading? 2-minute chart for sure. Who will win the Stanley Cup? Colorado or Tampa? Tampa. QuantumScape. That's a growth company. Okay. Growth companies are not investments right now. They're worth shorting. QuantumScape went from 132 and it's now 8. Sorry about the dog. Whatever. Continuing with good prospects. There's TWE, CPSS, SM, we already looked at. VRTV, we already looked at. TWE, SQM, we already looked at. CTRA. CTRA looks just like TWE, doesn't it? I don't know if Faraz is still here. Yeah. CTRA looks just like TWE. I'm going to keep an eye on CTRA. COP, ConocoPhillips, RYI. The cloud indicator, that's my own indicator. Private message me if you're interested in that. The 9-minute chart. All right. Elite trade signals. All right. Hello. It depends on what I'm trading for. You know, what strategy, what purpose, what time frame. Happen. The run tech has been on. From the pandemic bottom at $5.60 to 46, 720% in whatever that was, 2.5 years. Has it been that long? Pandemic? Man, time just flies. Is that correct? 2.25 years. Oh, you're talking about EMA now, I think. Talking about the 9. This tech seems to be topping. It's not really any good development going on there. Looks pretty ugly. In it as well. Matador. Oh, a 9-minute time frame? Oh, interesting. Murphy USA looks a little bit healthier. See, I'll have to watch that one. It's not following necessarily any particular trend line. Might be doing this. Let's see if I can show. Yeah, can't quite get the curves right. Yeah, that's pretty good illustration. You know, when you look at an index, yeah, but those can be just little shakeouts and fakeouts sometimes, Troy. Sometimes. When you look at an index, it's comprised of all the stocks doing their thing, right? So you look at an index, you're always behind. You got to look at the stocks if you want to know where it's coming from. Right on. That could be true. You could say the same thing about this, right? Is that what you're talking about? Like you're seeing this just from this one piece of data. I think that's what you're seeing, right? Is that what you're forming that on? Well, yeah, that's just not enough. Really. Could be something like this. Actually, I think I'm going to make sure we talk about that on Thursday night about shakeouts because this is a perfect shakeout. Whenever a stock, we'll talk about it Thursday. Talk about shakeouts. That on the what do you call it? Curriculum for Thursday night. China's economic numbers come in better than expected. Okay, interesting. Yeah, and I can see the market's moving up. Haven't read the article. Okay. BXC. I don't know if we just looked at that. Let me see. Ugly. And that is definitely stage 3. Yeah, it just went trendless. That's how you know that it's stage 3 for sure. That's like a definite, like a good sign. Is when it went trendless. Because stage 1 and stage 3 are trendless stages. There. Two. You actually had this is an indication of a stage 3 right here. Stage 3, but then which went into continuation. And then now it's back into stage 3 again. So anyway, that's no good. This is no good. This won't be ready for about 4 months. The reason is it put in a beautiful pattern. with tightening, but then it sagged and then it did this super run, and that's not healthy at all. This huge move, not healthy at all. It's probably going to drift down for like half a year. Gets down into this lower third area potentially, or possibly back to that supportive area, and then continue. Looks like January or February of next year. Yeah, it's dead. You have to have seen the charts just to start to be able to see these typical formations. Oh yeah, LPI. Yeah. That. Oh, you mean just that kind of a move? Yeah. A huge sag like that, and then followed by a fast move doesn't work, man. Like people, traders, and investors need this kind of a risk reward. They need that kind of a risk reward. You see. So what happened here is people got in probably at this break here, pretty much at this break here, with this much risk. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is not a sane amount of risk. That's 87 to 50. I can do the measurement on the thing here. I have that tool up. A 36% stop, essentially. And that just doesn't, it isn't healthy like that. You know, the other one maybe was good. I didn't measure it, but the other one, had it held up, was, yeah, way better. 8%. That's like the maximum you want. And going, so that one really sucks. Won't be ready again. Won't be healthy again probably till January or February if it's lucky. SU. I mean, I was just in it and I'm out now. Let me take a look at going. Nice stage 2 that it's in. And why is my alert at the bottom of candles? Do you remember what I said? Why is my alert line on the bottom of these candles and not at the top, looking for the breakout entry? Does anybody remember? You weren't here. It's because I was in the trade. And once you go into a trade, you can just drop your little alert line down, bottom of the candle, where you would exit, wherever you want to be alerted on exit, you know, open of the day, whatever it is for you. So this indicates that I was recently in this position and that I probably sold today, or maybe I did. Let me see. Let me check my close position. Yep, I sold today at a gain. Now I'm interested to see if it can break that high. On semiconductor. Before we look at on semiconductor, for those of you who have been paying attention, what should the chart look like? Should it be bullish? Stage 3? bearish. What should it be, you think? On semiconductor. Is that a value stock? Is that toilet paper? Is that Coca-Cola? What kind of stock is that? It should be bearish. It says red and red. Yeah. Why? Because it's a growth stock, a high growth stock. Semiconductors, like, that's a leading industry. So we go to on, and actually what we see is it's more stage 3, which is surprising. That means it's very strong. That's a lot of relative strength. Let me turn on my relative strength indicator. And yeah, we actually see that it's actually making new relative strength high ground right in like the last couple of days. So relative to everything else on the market, on is quite strong. Still, it's stage 3ing, but it's not bearish. So that's useful analysis, but we still need to see it progress before I can make a trade that's going to jump. The market's not going to go into a rally. Stocks are. Try to really wrap your mind around that, because a lot of you look at the market, because you're lucky enough to be able to trade the market, like SPY or QQQ. But you need to forget about the indexes, like that scene in Searching for Bobby Fischer, when the kid just can't break through, and then the teacher just smashes all the pieces off the board and says, "You know where they are. You don't need that. You don't need the index to show you, because the index moves because the stocks move. You need to be watching and tracking stocks if you want to know what's going on. And the stocks are going to move before the index does. And the stocks are going to break out before the index does. And the stocks are going to go into a rally before the index does." Tell my dog to be quiet. She really wants to go for a walk. I think we're probably going to cut it right here, because she's out of control. What's going on? I take a look at wire, last one. And that's in a stage 3 rather, after a big run. So, all right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Maybe I'll be back even later. I just got to go take the dog for a walk. She's going fucking nuts. All right. Bye, guys.